Hello everyone. I'm going to do a short video on how to install a skid plate on a 2020 Vstrom 1050 XT. This was an Amazon item and the manufacturer is some Chinese company called BAIONE, BAIONE, and let's go from there.
I'm fans. So today I'm going to install a skid plate on this 1050 XT. I couldn't find many videos online, so I figured I'll make one and share it with you guys. So here's the package on the floor. You basically have the big old skid plate and you have these two side ones, which I'm not going to install, and then you have some hardware that comes with it. And I made one modification. This is kind of like second time install. This is the front that goes by the exhaust coming from the head, and then this portion right here is sitting about 2 millimeters away from the catalytic converter. And I don't think that's enough space because the cat is going to heat up, and this is going to be like a firewall reflecting the heat back up. And also, if there are any oil, like the oil drain plug gets loose and oil starts dripping, it's going to just sit around here. So I basically drill these holes in here for better airflow, and also the oil will just drip off, and this way I'll be able to tell. So more later. Okay, first step, we have to, there are two bolts. You see this stock kind of skid plate or side plate that Suzuki installed. There are two screws right here behind this chassis that you need to remove, and then the skid plate vendor gives you this other bracket, if I can show it right here, that you use the same screws to mount that, and then the skid plate mounts right here where these holes are. So first we gotta remove two screws from back here behind it, and the 10 mils, and then we install this on both sides, and then we come back. Okay, so step one, we put the skid plate there, and there are these 6 mils that you need to use. Apply some Loctite. Now if you were to install the side plate that goes in this triangle area right here, I figured I don't need it because, for one thing, I'm not taking this to like major off-road, and it's pretty tough to work with it. But if you want to install that, I think a better solution is to install the side plate, mount it to the main one first, and then lift it up and mount it. But since I'm not doing that, so I'm skipping that step. So these two parts are done. I'm gonna go do it the other side, come back. Okay, so the bottom skid plate mounted, this is how it's gonna look, and these are the two ones that basically secures 6 mils. Now so far so good, that's the easy part. Now from the bottom, you see that this is the holes that I created. Looks like this now. I'm thinking this gives me better ventilation. Now the difficult part, and that's why I'm doing this video, are these clamps. Where are you? Right here. The vendor of this part has provided a stupid 6 mil with the nylon lock nut, and this is about 15 mil Allen, 6 mil Allen, and this is a 6 millimeter. Now in order to put this back here, and then there's a nut that goes in the back behind it right here. Good luck trying to reach that. I have tried all different angles of like holding it with a 10 mil, either from here, from the top. And I've seen another video, the guy, some gentleman from UK, he also had problem with this. This vendor is, I don't know, I don't want to get racial. These Chinese stupid guys, they make things up. Maybe they got small fingers or better tools. I don't know. Anyway, so I'm going to I'll be back. Okay, back to the clamp challenge. So one solution is I went and got me exact 6 mil but a 35 mil, and this way as I send this through, this comes out the other end, and if I want to put the nut on the back, then it's easier, you know, to eyeball it or feel it and then put the nut on it and then tighten it up, and that worked. The other solution is to, instead of having the head sticking out like this, which is a fine look, it's just better finish, do it the opposite direction. Come in from behind, because with the Allen wrench you can reach back there and hold it, and then with a 10 mil you can tighten the bolt from outside. I actually did both approaches. On one side I got the 35 mil longer one, and then the other side I used the stock 15 mil, and that worked too, but I had to put the nut outside. So the Allen head goes inside and then the nut in the outside. But these are the two solutions I came up with. More later. Okay, so I mounted one with the longer screw, the 35 mil. I think this clamp deserves a little bit more explanation than what the problem is. Alright, so this is what they give you, right? And so when this is kind of like come together, one of them is a little bit angled, and then you're supposed to put it in like this. Now the vendor says use that 15 mil length, send it through this, and then put the nut back there. And then because of that tension that's on this, how are you going to, with this closed spot, how are you going to put the, and by the time you put this in, and even if you squeeze it or try to hold on to it, you have like almost 1 mil for the nut to thread on. And that's why I went for a longer one, because at least when I put that in there I can feel it back here. And I could use that same 35 mil and then send it in from behind so that the nut goes in the front right here, but then it kind of looks ugly. I want it to look finished like this, so a little bit painful. And then I used my 10 mil right here. Maybe a better tool will do the job, and I send it in from the top, from here, hold on to it, and then as it got like about 2/3 in, thread it on the nut. Then I couldn't use it from the back here, so I had to come in from this hole and go in like this to hold on to it, because the circular bar, the frame, by the time it's squeezed and they're coming together, then this wrench is not going to be able to catch it. And also then you got this rubber piece that becomes a nuisance. It comes in the way. So yeah, seems like a lot of people are having problem with this clamp. More later. Okay, I'm going to explain this a little bit more. Alright, so this is the 15 mil that the vendor of this product provides. Notice, where's my finger? There. So this is, you insert it in from here. Where are you? From here. And then look how tight it is. Even if you squeeze it, let's see if I can show you. It's going to be a hard proposition. So what I did, sorry, one man show, sorry. So if I get a longer one and I send it in, get a longer one, notice now I got more room to play. Actually comes out the other end nicely. There. See, now I can feel it, and I can put the nut on top on it. And I even recommend putting a washer, but I don't know. It's a flat washer, so what's it gonna do? Anyways, thanks. Be back. Okay, making progress. Just another hint or note. In the course of doing these, putting these nuts in the back or the washer or even your tools, it's going to keep falling and it's going to go under the skid plate. So the way I solved it is basically you get a hacksaw blade, and because again, like I said, the gap between the skid plate and the cat is so tiny. Let's see if I can show you. So here's the finished product, and I did not install the side little piece there, what I call side plate, and the clamps are used there, and then the holes that I made looks like this. Looks like this. Okay, so this looks good. I mean, my main purpose was to protect that stupid filter, oil filter, and this was a knockoff Chinese stuff. I think it cost me $116. Funny thing is that these bolts or the screws cost me $7 at my local hardware, $1.50 a piece. But anyway, hey, I'll keep on adding to this Vstrom, and I'll share it with others. And it's a good bike. I like it. Hope you guys enjoy your Vstrom. Later.